Yo, what's going on YouTube? So we do it all straight from the garage. Got a 2011 Volvo XC60. The oil pump is leaking. So we're gonna get in here, it's the oil pump. We can get in here and get the seals replaced. Got the kit direct from Volvo. Comes with 2 seals, the screws, and a little cock right here that the hose sits on. So we're gonna get all this plastic taken off and go from there. Back in a sec. Alright, so it looks like the first order of business will be to get this plastic plate off, take the oil cap off, and it should just be lifting straight up. Lift that straight up, off it comes. And because I'll be working in this area, I'm gonna put the oil cap back on because I don't want the oil to get in there. And now it looks like this air tube has to come off. Looks real easy. Got a clamp here. So we'll get that clamp off. And I'm looking down here, it's connected to the bottom. I don't think I have to take it all the way out, but before I do, I'm gonna remove this plate right here. So let me see what size hex screws those are and I'll come back. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be a T27. Got my trusty little T27 right there. Go ahead and get this off. I'm gonna have to get an extension for that back one. Alright, so got that bolt out. You're gonna need an extension to get that back one. Go ahead and lift this up here. And being that I already loosened it, pop right off. Got a little connection here. Just gotta flip it, pull it down. So I'm gonna set this down for a second. You know, we in the garage, we try to do everything with one hand. Don't always work out, but all right. So yeah, we got that off. Set that to the side. Air filter. All right, so now we getting access, and we can actually see the pump right there. But as you can see, the battery's in the way, so the battery box gonna have to come out. And I may actually just remove this this whole assembly here just to make it easier for me. You got one bolt. Let me get my flashlight. You got one bolt right here. You got to take out, and this whole assembly should come out. So I'm gonna take that bolt out, and I'm just gonna pull that whole hose off. All right, so I didn't have to take it out of the way. I didn't have to take it off. I just moved it to the side and I have it sitting behind that right there. So that gives me an uninhibited picture of my oil pump, which is right there. As you can see, it's got a pretty bad leak. Let me get in here as much as I can. Got a pretty bad leak, so we're gonna get that leak taken care of. Before I do that, I gotta take this battery out. Battery's in this case, so we're gonna get that going. I actually got a helper today, so my son is gonna come in and hold the camera for me so I can work with both hands. YouTube, say what's up to Big Zay. He gonna help me out, so he got the camera. All right, so right here, the battery box. Looks like you got, oh, this one's already broken. So there's 2 clips. There's a clip here and a clip here. This one's already broken off, and there's one on the side, so there's 3. Top comes off. As you can see, that battery's in there pretty good. So, yeah, it looks like if I remove this plastic here, remove this rubber seal here, Phillips screwdriver, this plate pops off, I can pull the battery out, and that'll allow me to move the battery case. So I'm gonna get working on that and we'll be back. All right, so yeah, take your Phillips screwdriver, and then turn that counterclockwise. That pops off. You have your battery. And all right, so yeah, you got a little tube right here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be connected to something. It was just sitting there when I took it off, but I'll look at that on my way out. Anyway, standard battery, positive, negative. So I'll release these bolts, take the battery out, and then once I do that, we'll come back and see what else we gotta do. All right, so got the battery cables loose. Positive cable I'm just gonna put to the side. Negative cable has a connection, connects it to the positive. Just gotta remove that. We'll push that back, and that should allow us to get the battery out. All right, looks like we got. All right, so down here in the front, get it down here, all the way up here. Down here in the front, let me see. See, you got a bolt down there. It looks like about a 10 or a 12. That's your security feature for the battery. So I got to remove that bolt so I can get the battery up. All right, so come forward a little bit, right there. Let me see if I can get the light on it a little better. It's right straight down there as a bolt. All right, so I'll get that bolt removed and then we'll go from there. All right, so yeah, I got the bolt released. It was a 10. And just pulling this clamp out now. That's the clamp that was holding the battery down. And like I said, it's one 10-inch bolt right there. It doesn't come out, so it'll stay with the clamp, which just makes it easy. We had to do a part two due to some technical difficulties. Anyway, battery box. So battery box had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 screws. I pulled those screws out. And then it has a hose that's running from, I guess, the water box to the lights. So this hose, you don't have to take it out. You just have to get it loose. In order to get it loose, I had to remove this. It pops right out. All right, there's nothing holding it. Just pick it up and pop it out. And then you can release this hose right here enough so you can swing the battery box out the way. All right. And that gives you access to the reason why we started all this in the first place. There's your oil pump. As you can see, it's been leaking a lot. So we'll get all this cleaned up and taken out. Real simple to get the oil pump off. All right. You got a screw here. A screw here, and you got a screw here. Those two screws are the only thing holding the oil pump in. So once you get those out, you release this here, which I'll do in a second, and the oil pump will pop out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. We'll be back. All right, so to get this, it's got these two pleated sides, right? So you just gotta get your fingers in there and press down and pull back. That comes off. And now I'll remove these two bolts. They look like 10s, so remove those, and we should be able to pull the oil pump out. Let me go ahead and get my 10. My drill might do it and it might not, we'll see. She's pretty strong. Oh yeah, too easy. 20-volt drill I got from Lowe's. Best purchase I ever made. All right, so we got both of those off. Now we just get back here and start moving it out a little bit. You're gonna get some leakage, so just be careful of that, or you might get some. And there's the oil pump. All right. All right, guys. So we got the oil pump out. Your first seal is gonna be right here, and this one is pretty tough and tight, which it shouldn't be. So that's gonna be your first seal. It's definitely hard, which is definitely could lead to it leaking. So we'll set that one to the side, and we're gonna clean all this up when we're done. But I'm just gonna show you the seals right now. Turn it over to the back. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws in the back, and the new kit is gonna come with new screws. Don't know why, but it does. So maybe it's something to do with thread lock or something. I don't know. But we'll just remove these 5. Uh-oh. Oh, just so you know, it's T25. T25 to take these out. So we got those 5 out with the T25. Move the back. There is some oil in there. Right here is going to be your other seal. So we're gonna remove that one, and I really don't care about breaking it because I got a new one. So we're gonna remove that one. We're gonna take this out and we're gonna clean it. It's got 2 ends on it that come out. So we're gonna make sure we clean all of this before we put it back in, and clean the oil out. Now the last seal on here that you have to be aware of is gonna be in this little plastic piece. This little plastic piece right here. Now all you gotta do is press down on both ends. So you got an end there you press down on. And I'm gonna let me clean some of this oil out before I turn this over. Oh no, I got a bag right here. All right, cool. Turn that over. The oil on that bag. So there's two little pop ends you push in on both sides and it'll pop out. I'm gonna pop those out and then I'll go from there. All right, so just pry in there and they'll pop. This will come out. If you break it, it's fine because the kit comes with a new one, but you can see the seal right there that needs to be replaced. All right, so basically from here, we'll get all this cleaned up, get it sprayed out, cleaned up, looking real nice, get the seals put back in and get it put back together and get it put back on the car in reverse order. So hopefully that helps any of you guys out there that want to know how to do this job. It's not particularly difficult, but it will take you a little time. You guys got any questions, hit me in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks again, as we do it all from the garage. Appreciate y'all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button on the video. Talk to y'all later.